After like 65 years, my eyes are not good enough to read something.
Oh, that's okay. I'll read a couple.
But I will.
I'll try to read a couple. Let's see. Well, all the normal stuff. First, I would like to say congratulations on your retirement and entering a different phase of life. Many thanks for the RAM, OJT, and the almost daily RAM 101 chit-chats over the years. Good luck, Franco.
You didn't even say with all due respect. That's good.
Thanks for all your help and wisdom over the years. Enjoy, from Larry. I said fair winds and following seas, Norm. Wish you all the best. Anyway, it'll be here on the table. People can read it if they want. And the last thing I want to talk about before I'm done. Yes.
Thing, I sent a special note there that said loving kisses, Norm.
Okay. I just want you to know that I still have the trophy we printed out from the last time I kicked your button tennis. Okay. Which, by the way, was about 10 years ago. So.
Yeah. So the one thing that we did get that I was especially happy about was today, Norm got an email personally from Captain Perella, who is the program manager for the Columbia class program. So he actually emailed Norm directly with this certificate of appreciation that he signed. And he copied a bunch of Navy people, and he copied me. He didn't copy anyone else. So I forwarded it on to Glenn Knowles and Joe and Dave Compare, so that they could all see that you got this from Captain Perella. But it's significant that you got this award from him, just to say that, okay? So I'll read it real quick. I'm not great at reading awards, but I'll do my best. So, from Program Manager, Columbia Class Submarine Program presents a certificate of appreciation to Norm Bettis. Your outstanding performance while serving as EV's Columbia Class Program RAM Team Technical Expert from April 2012 through April 2022. You provided superb leadership, technical mentorship, and guidance for a high-performing RAM team, completing several crucial milestones. Your RAM experience and expertise formed the basis for several of the foundational EV and Columbia program documents, including the RAM program plan, the design reference mission profile, the associated RAM predictions, and the associated RAM allocation documents. Additionally, you assisted the government's efforts to devise a platform reliability growth surrogate, resulting in the development of the RAM model maturity earned value assessment. Your inspiring leadership was evidenced by your personal example of hard work and tenacious curiosity. Your relentless drive to identify, understand, and document all of the facets of RAM to achieve Columbia's sustainment key performance parameters and key system attributes. Your actions ensure that Columbia has a solid foundation to support ready for maintenance, training, and incidents, as well as to collaborate with team members in support of VMS 397. Your hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence reflect great credit upon yourself, elected Columbia Program Executive Officer of Strategic Submarines, the Navy Sea Systems Command, and the United States Navy. Signed by Captain Perella. I'm going to cede the floor to Norm.
But what have you done lately?
So now I'm going to have to build again, so I have a place to put this on the wall. Yeah, sometimes it pays to read your email. So.
Was that a first?
Well, there's a lot of it that's, I just read the titles. I will admit to that. But yeah, I printed that out, and I'm making sure not to wrinkle it, even though it's just a printout. So, so for folks who've been here for a while, like I started in 1980, a lot of things have changed. But I started working RAM like only 3 years after I got EV, and this a lot of variety when you're working RAM. A lot of different systems, and a lot of different people, a lot of different kinds of people. And you know, and that really hasn't changed. Just the people you work with and you deal with, you know, they're all, you know, very dedicated, and it's not always easy, you know, because things have to be right, and you know, you're putting out systems and a ship that needs to be relied on, and so people don't part with their signatures all that easily. But you know, it's really been very rewarding. I mean, really. I don't come to work a single day without learning something, and there's always been plenty of people here to just help teach you, you know, to slowly explain things to you, and maybe if your eyes glazed over and you don't realize, you know, what to talk about, they repeat themselves and explain it again. So you know, I tried to do that myself, but you know, I'm not as good a listener as many, so. So it's just been a really great experience. I mean, I can't even remember a lot of the stuff I'd like to share anymore, but I think they hit me with a little pen already, you know, the Men in Black pen where they flash. But all I can say, this is all really very much appreciated. Thanks to everybody here for showing up. Thanks, Eric, for organizing all this, because if you left it to me, you know, I put it off to the last minute and work overnight on it.
That's not like you.
So once again, thanks and happy trails to everybody, and we'll be in touch.
The only thing I can say is we need more hours, billions of hours.
Notes I'd like to meet to you.
Okay.
So first of all, I understand that I have
I'll make it work on it.
so the napkins, over time I've learned that.
Oh, but there's more.
All right, you might know the same department, but different groups. We never got to really work on any tasks together back then. Eventually, I made my way to the Newport Engineering Office for 15 years there, but we finally reconnected back in '95, where I came back to work in Groton and actually was in Norm's group. So one of the first, took a couple of years before we even hooked up then for working on a task together. But it happened to be an important one. It was, and it had nothing to do with reliability. It was the Navy wanted to conduct a software safety program for ship control, Virginia class ship control. And EB immediately stepped up and said, yes, we can do that. I was selected as the lead, and it was a requirements-based process that was initially identified, and it lasted a year before the Navy said, no, we don't want it. We don't like that. No, we're going to shut it down. We're going to figure something else out. So luckily Norm was available. He got pulled in with some of the software analysis, and they identified a process using fault tree analysis that would identify ship control software code that would support the safety critical functionality for ship control. And it was an overwhelming success, and that's really like the basis of the Virginia class software safety program right now. It's really, it really took off from there. So, I also have some things I'm reading here because there's some acronyms here that I can't even remember. But so that was just safety, but really his biggest accomplishments was in reliability engineering. He was tasked to utilize the Navy provided, you've heard this already, provided Tiger program that simulates component failures and repairs while ship is at sea. Norm developed a user interface using the Access database application that sat on top of Tiger, otherwise known as CARET, which is a computer-assisted reliability analysis tool. Man, this is what I got.
Not to be confused with carrot, the vegetable.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, we do have our acronyms here. Another database was developed by Norm in support of reliability modeling, was titled data mining and failure classification. DIMFIC in short.
You want to say who came up with that?
Man, I mean, like DIMFIC is like an extension of a phrase you would use, like when someone cuts you off on the roadway. You know, you go, "Hey, you DIMFIC! Look like a DIMFIC."
PG version of what I thought about that.
All right, the database provided one-stop shopping for component failure rates, calculation notes, component operational environment, repair strategy. It was nice. It was nice. Not really user-friendly, but it was nice to be available to us. All right, so then we come into the Columbia program. Norm is instrumental in the next generation of CARE, called RAM Program Manager. The application consisted of graphical reliability block diagram based means of building a reliability model, along with a back-end. This is all copied from your program, by the way. With a back-end Tiger Manager software that increased statistical precision and reduced. Boy, you really were hitting
And
yourself
after a couple of
there.
years, Floyd told me how it worked.
I didn't remember. I just said instrumental. I didn't say that you solely developed this. All right. All right. Compiling results of Tiger. Oh, and then we had distributed distribution. Jesus, that's not right. Distributed network processing. Thank you. So we would push out mission simulation runs through our desktop computers in our group, and we would produce millions and millions of mission runs, and those results would get compiled and sent back to the controller. Now, I just, to this day, I think this is amazing, but it's worked out beautifully.
Yeah, it sounds impressive too. 10 million.
All right, and then we have the enhanced FAMICA. Failure modes affects criticality analysis. The Navy wanted to get away from a qualitative FAMICA process to a more quantitative approach. This would allow us to provide probabilities of component failures and mishaps. The FAMICA process combines system safety standards, component failure rates, automobile standards were also applied into an analysis that would support other engineering disciplines and logistics people. So that too was a overwhelming success, and the Navy's loving it right now. So after all of that, Norm is one of the smartest engineers I've ever come in contact with over my 40 years at EB. I really do mean that. But having said that, Norm, your level of tennis play didn't live up to that standard. Okay? So,
What's the
Yeah, you
rhetorical?
have to think about three things at once in tennis, like where you're going to hit the ball, where the guy's going. There's too many damn things at once.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Ken.
I'm actually representing myself and Tony Hill. Tony wishes he could be here, and he's got a visiting family in Alabama. So I said, well, if you were there, what would you say? So he passed it along these comments. He thought you might be up for 2 awards. The first award would be the favorite absent-minded professor. It says Norm Edison is certainly the embodiment of this descriptor, likely to walk into any meeting 5 minutes late and looking like the EB version of Boris Johnson. Norm will deliver the correct technical answer at any time. And the second potential award for Norm would be paid by the comments. Says, well, we have had this conversation together many times over the years. It still brings me to tears laughing about it. Some of the government seem to comment on EB documents like they'll be paid by the sheer number of comments provided. So somehow 20 comments is inherently better than 10. Well, our CFP friends, EB friends, take the total opposite approach. Norm got paid inversely to the number of comments provided. Caught in the middle, trying to find ways to walk the middle ground and make sure Norm at least got paid. So paid by the comment first. My thoughts might be different. I would give Norm a reward for reliable explanation. You may recall that when I came into this program in 2013, I had 0 background in reliability. Norm was always very patient, providing detailed explanations at a slow and steady pace. so that even I could understand his points. Of course, early on, I would often come back to the following grant kit and ask exactly the same question. And Norm would start again and politely give the same answer. And as he was talking, I would realize, oh, I asked this question before, and he's using exactly the same words for sentences. So I figured I better study up and I go back and I pull out the EB grant. And there were Norm's words, exactly the same. Oh my God. So Norm continues to get the award for reliable explanation. Now, it's incredibly hard to tease Norm because he never seems to make any mistakes. So I thought, what are some of the things Norm would never do? One, I tried to fix the lawnmower, but the clutch caught and I accidentally drove through the garage. Not Norm. Two, I didn't see the parking sign and my car got towed. Definitely not Norm. Three, I'm going to here.
You don't come for the holidays. Rely on
Four, I knew I had a flight to DC, but I went to the wrong airport. Not Norm. Huh?
That must have been an airline.
And five, for your wife, oh, it's my turn to take out the trash? So now that you're retired, you're going to have to work on that last one. It's been wonderful working with you all these last 13 years, and I certainly wish you the best in retirement. I'll tell you, it's a nice thing. So really enjoy your time.
Yep, thank you, Rich. Both Rich and Tony really kept us on our toes over the years. And I do remember when we finished that first allocation report, Tony said, you know, it's a really great report, but 700 pages?
Well, as Floyd would say, he thought they got paid by the pound.
Not the page. And we put out a 3,300 page chart.